That was like watching a boxing match on a roller coaster. Wow. Saints get the W. I'm Rob Hudak Campbell. Like and subscribe. And Taysom Hill, the Mormon from BYU, has another signature Taysom Hill game where he just completely takes over in every single phase imaginable. Just like that last touchdown, he was only supposed to get a yard. And just with all the big boys, and he runs it in. Wow. That's all I got to say is wow. Like, he has one of these every year. And they just couldn't stop him. It just blows my mind. Like, I'm absolutely speechless. I can't believe he had that game. I'm so happy for Taysom. And he's just a football player. Like, he just is he's a throwback to the black and white era of football where you played like multiple positions and you just did everything. And this is Mr. Do Everything right here. Sorry, it's a little wrinkly. I had to fish this out of the laundry because I had to get him up here because he just had such a game. Again, the ageless wonder, Cam Jordan as well. Like, what's not to say? What the Cam's the man. Like, don't put a rookie on Cam, please and thank you. But back to the game. It started. It kind of started like every other game, where I feel like we've moved the ball really, really well with our first scripted series, and Lutz came up with a 56-yarder. He made it look easy. I'm really happy for him. It seems like he's getting into his groove. Finally, that 61-yarder really sucked, but you know, if we can rely on Lutz to hit anything from 30 to 60, that's amazing. And by the second quarter, in the beginning of the second quarter, we had a really good drive, which at the time when I was watching, writing down my notes, I thought it was the best offensive series that I've seen all year, where we just couldn't be stopped. The tempo was great. The run, the pass, everything was awesome. AK played out of his mind. And AK had AK had a signature AK game where he took over. It was just Taysom totally stole his thunder because he scored all the points and made that wicked block in the fourth. Seattle is just an extremely sloppy team. Defense gave up way too many chunk plays. I really hope that Marchand is he's all good after that. Like, he was grabbing his ribs. I hope he's in for next week because he played lights out like always, besides last week. But he's going up against Jefferson, which can happen even if you are one of the best corners in the league. Sometimes you get got. But there was a couple times at the end of the second quarter, though, I'll be honest with you, I was cursing this team because although we played really well, in my mind, both offensively and defensively, it was going really, really good for the most part. The fumble and first it started with a penalty, then it was a fumble, and then it was because it was a turnover. It was just, and then they scored off that, and I was just like, it was the hope that was killing me again, because I've been saying this all season. The hope has been killing me. I feel like I'm riding the roller coaster and everything's really, 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 really good, and it's about to drop. My heart drops. It's just, I just want to lose it. But Seattle is just as sloppy as we were, because every time we coughed up the football, they seemed to want to just give it right back. And that was like the longest game ever, because I can't remember a game in the recent future that just had that many flags flying. Like, every punt there was something on every single punt. And I'll be honest with you too, I don't know if it was just me, but Matt Milton, the old Raiders 49ers commentator, man, he was pissing me off. I just his comments, it was just like he was in there and it's just like, ugh, like dig at you. Like even after Lutz made the field goal in the first half, he was just trying to like dog the guy. Like we've already had enough of that, like with the missed field goal. Like I'm just ranting and raving now, but I love watching the games on Fox for the most part. I prefer watching games on Fox and CBS, but Matt Milton just rubbed me the wrong way with the commentating. I don't know what it was, but yeah, we got pretty banged up though too. I gotta go back to that because that was going on when I said this game was like a boxing match. Like we took some shots and guys are going down, and that receiving core is looking really, really depleted. I'm glad Olave didn't go back in the game because if you see the replay, he looked like he was out after his helmet hit the turf. I don't know if we need more like cushion in between the concrete and the turf, but it just seems like, it seems like they say the helmets are getting better, but every time I see a guy's head hit the turf, they're coming up and they're like, "Ooh, where am I? Like, I don't know what's going on." And like, we got to fix this because with all the stuff with Tua last week, concussions, tell the truth, you know. Yeah, hopefully he's in for next week, but we can't rush it because concussions are serious. And yeah, that's all I gotta say to that because I'm not a doctor, but like I'm not messing around with them. I'm not letting guys, like this isn't the 80s and 90s anymore. Like we can't let guys go out there if they're not 100% sound in the mind, guys. So, yeah, I guess that's really it. I wasn't a big fan of the refs. It just seemed like a sloppy officiate. Like they were just throwing everything. And it was just like some of the calls that went our way, I was like, like, hey, I'll take it. And I think they really got to fix like the catch rule because there's sometimes I watch and I'm like, is that a catch? Is it not a catch? I just don't know anymore. Like, this happens every like 5-7 years where these guys are just so athletic now, so fast, and the game is just so brutal where like, they fall down, the ball pops out. Sometimes it's a catch, sometimes it's not a catch. I mean, what can you say though? The game's awesome, the game's beautiful. We're eating dubs in New Orleans, even though I'm up here in Canada. Happy Thanksgiving to all my Canadian viewers as well. And yeah, that's it for me, guys. I'm signing off here. Who dat? We're eating W's. I'm going to be eating some turkey too. Love you.